All right, Dave. Hey, man. It's time for your trivia question.
I wasn't expecting to see you there.
The show. All right. One of our guests on the show has a New York Times bestseller called Cats of New York. What's the name of our guest who is on the show, has a New York Times bestseller called Cats of New York? I'll also point out that you are friends with this person and have hung out with him.
I'm gonna say Jerry Katz.
Jerry Cat? Wow.
Katz.
Wow. No, his name is Jim Tews.
That's what I just said.
His name is Jim Tews, your friend.
It's your friend.
So everybody check us out at Six Unseemly on all social media.
Social media. Come on.
UnseemlyQuestions.com. Let's get the show started.
Six Unseemly Questions!
Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Dave Brzezinski. We've got a great contestant on the show today. Please put your hands together for Nick Vatterott. There we go.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Also, we have a fantastic studio audience. Please put your hands together for Ben Katzner and Kate Willett. Welcome to the show, studio audience.
What's up?
All right. It's going to be great.
This is
Nick,
great.
I'm going to tell you how the show works, and then we're going to get started.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I'll ring a bell if I like your answer like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring a bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get, at the end of the show, I'll give you $5 if we decide it's worth giving you $5 on the show. Are you ready?
That money's good anywhere, huh?
Yes, in most of the planet.
Wow.
You're gonna have to convert it if you go to Canada, though. That's on you.
All right.
$5 service charge to convert this money. All right, I'm ready.
We don't vouch for the exchange rate.
It's time for question number 1. Question number 1. What was your last injury?
Oh boy, I busted up my foot real hard playing flag football.
Oh yeah?
In a backyard. Yeah, I think it was a bunch of comics in LA, and I hadn't played any sport for about 15 years, and I think you have the same body as you did when you were a child. And
I've been through that. They used to have before the pandemic, they also had a softball tournament with comics out here, and people would often pull things and twist things and pull things out of socket.
It's because everyone's like 50.
Right. And we're all hungover, and we have the body of trash. And there was little gopher holes, and then we kept joking about, well, I'm gonna break my ankle, and then sure enough, stepped in a gopher hole, fished it up, real purple. I mean, my Instagram was killer for a week with the process of the healing in the wound. That's nothing better than an injury Instagram, right?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty good. In fact, that's probably why we asked the question, because we saw your foot on Instagram. My assistant producer, before, she saw your foot on Instagram, and she was like, he puts his feet on Instagram. And I was like, really? But then when it was an injured foot, I was like, oh, it's an injury. It's different than just like tossing your feet up on Instagram. That's a very different thing.
He puts his feet up on the kitchen table.
I'm going to give you a bell on that question because it was a satisfactory story.
Satisfactory.
All right, it's time for question number 2. But before we do that, can you tell people out there what you do?
Oh, I do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I tour around and tell people jokes.
I've seen it. It's very funny stuff.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome so much.
For new material, if anybody has any ideas.
Oh, you could do something about your foot.
Oh, that'd be great. I have and I have 2 of them, so that's 2 bits right there.
Okay, we'll end the workshop right there. Now it's time for question number 2. Question number 2, are you a clean person?
Yeah. Oh, this could go 2 different ways. Body is clean.
Oh, yeah?
Body is clean, okay? Things outside of my body, yeah, my apartment it looks like, they're getting ready to blow up.
Well, we can't see your apartment because of the thing behind you. That's probably by design, right?
Oh, no, I have, right now, okay, yes, I am in the Suez Canal right now. I was driving a giant barge. I spilt my coffee, and I kind of did a oops, and now I'm blocking up the entire global market. And I have pictures of my apartment inside the bridge. So that's what I was looking at just now. I have pictures of my messy apartment in the bridge of this boat.
Okay. And then so
visual bits work well on podcasts, right?
Yeah.
On the audio portions especially.
Yeah, especially after this airs in 2 months and no one's going to remember what happened in the Suez
Canal.
You might as well be talking about the Chilean miners right now. Hey, I'm trapping in a Chilean mine. Help me.
Do you even try to pronounce things correctly, Dave?
I said it. What did I say wrong? Miners?
I'm not going to get into it. So you're not so you say you're not, has that ever been a problem for you? Like not being a clean person in your house?
I actually think I am a clean person, but this pandemic, I keep cleaning up for nobody. This is what I just kind of had a break at one point.
You do it for yourself, man. You do it for you.
I do, but then I'm kind of like I am always like do the dish the second you're done with it, and then I just kind of like, who cares? I have five bowls. Why? Who do I have 5 bowls for? You know, so I'm just
less washing.
Yeah, but when you have, that's the worst. You have 5 bowls. That's a dirty person. If you live by yourself and you have 5 bowls, it's because you don't feel like cleaning the one bowl. So then you just have all these dirty bowls. I think. Go ahead. Do
yourself a favor and smash 3 of those bowls tonight. I think you'll feel a lot better. Just smash them into little pieces.
Feel alive again.
I'm going to say no great. Bell on that question. And I'll tell you why. Is because I feel like it was inconclusive.
It was inconclusive. Body clean, sink. Sink could use a little elbow grease.
I don't know. It sounded conclusive to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Dave, how so?
He answered the question.
Just answering the question does not equal conclusive, Dave.
I didn't run away when you asked the question.
Yeah, he didn't run away.
Great and he tried to answer it 2 different ways just to cover his bases. And it was still inconclusive.
Great. No matter how you cry, no bell. All right, it is time for question number 3. Question number 3. Do you enjoy being bald?
You have to. You gotta enjoy what you are. Why would you not enjoy exactly what you are? So I just, I think it's great. I get a lot of material out of it, and I can get a job as a henchman in pretty much any country.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bald henchman work.
Yeah, people look for they have signs up, looking for a guy like this. What I found out is a lot of those are wanted posters for crimes, but I always thought they were looking for a job. Looking to hire. I was like, hey, I look like that guy.
Have you applied for any henchmen work in North Korea?
They are so particular. You have to have the right resume, the right people, and starve the right, generations. And I don't have hoping to get up there at some point.
Have you ever played a henchman in a movie?
I have not, but I have. So I went to Grand Central Casting? Not Grand Central.
Central Casting, maybe.
Grand Central Station.
Where all the trains and the extras are. But I keep getting texts every time they want me for an extra, and the texts seem to become more and more insulting as they go on. Like originally it was like something like a henchman type of thing, and then it was looking like for like cigarette smoking bad guy, and now they're like a lot of like they're looking for skinheads, Nazis. I got Quasimodo. There's a real one. I got Quasimodo the other day, and I was just like, now you guys are just making fun of me.
Let's send Nick another insulting casting. That's fun for the office.
Looking for a big fat idiot. And I was like, wait a minute, come on, now you're just some dumb ugly dude.
I'm going to give you a bell on that question, and I'll tell you why. Mostly because of the ending. There was no bell until we got into the whole thing about them just making fun of you. Because I was disappointed that you hadn't played a henchman, and so because when you got me excited for you playing a henchman, because
give him some time
shows, so I was excited to know somebody else who plays henchman.
You're a big henchman guy?
I'm not a big henchman guy, but I have played henchman.
Mm-hmm. I
played
would love
henchman.
to be typecast as a henchman. I would love to roll my eyes at another henchman role.
You guys should do it.
You only work about 5 minutes till you get killed off. You know, early in the movie.
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you're in the whole movie though. I've been a henchman in the entire film before. I've also been henchman in one scene and goodbye.
You got to get the right hat and a good trench coat.
Yeah, you got to get the right hat and the good trench coat. I don't know what he means, but let's keep moving, everybody. It is time for question number 4. Question number 4. Describe your personality.
Obnoxious, too loud, erratic, indispensable, proactive, nuanced, and I'd say alphabetical.
Alphabetical. I see that you front loaded it with a bunch of negative things.
Wait, shouldn't you have
words I've heard of?
Shouldn't you have started with alphabetic? You really were alphabetic. Like your description was not alphabetic, and you end with alphabetic. That doesn't make sense.
Alphabetic in that I use the alphabet. I don't care.
We've all tried that one.
Dave, can you please let the guests talk?
I just had to make a point there.
Dave brings up some great points. When I look at alphabetic, some people think alphabetic, you assume it means alphabetical order, but I didn't say I'm alphabetical orderer.
Oh, you just like the alphabet.
Yeah, I'm not numeric, or symbolic. I'm alphabetic, and I use the alphabet. And sometimes when people hear the alphabet, they go, "Is that Nick around?" And that's how synonymous with my personality the alphabet is.
Okay, well, I'm going to say no bell on that question because we waded into a high level of so no bell. It is time for question number 5. Question number 5. What is your favorite creek and cave memory?
Oh boy, creek and cave. I mean, I think. Oh boy, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, I think it would have to be. I don't know. Those 420 shows were pretty funny. I have like a million shows that I could. I think, is it weird for the memory is like a performance thing?
Not necessarily. No, it's not weird. I mean, it could be anything.
My favorite
have a memory of like, in the face.
Of what?
My favorite memory is slapping somebody in the face. I get drunk and I slap someone in the face at the creek in the cave.
Oh,
yeah, that's how I roll.
That's my least favorite memory.
What's your favorite?
I have a general memory of like just being backstage and going over bits with somebody that you're about to go on stage and do, like kind of be like, okay, and so then, all right, and then what do you say? Okay, and then I grab this thing. Okay, like just kind of like that quick little huddle before you go out and do a bit. I think the general memory of that is very fun. I think that's like a favorite general. All those moments kind of make up one memory.
The huddle before the performance.
Yeah, you're whispering. Someone's on stage, and they're like killing. And you're like, oh yeah, or sometimes, but also like it's also a bit you've never done before. You don't know if you're about to fall flat on your face or if things about to like destroy. And also like because that was like I think we did, stand up all over the city. And it's always fun to go up and do well by yourself, but it's there's an added level of fun when you're like going over bits with somebody else and you're going up there to go down together or triumph together. That's pretty fun.
All right, I'm gonna say bell. There we go.
Hell yeah!
And I'll tell you why. Because that nostalgia brings joy.
Right?
Yeah.
Joy. Joy.
That's the correct spelling of joy. Very alphabetical of you. It is time for question number 6. Question number 6. What does urine taste like?
It's all the parts of the drink that your body doesn't like. And so if you take like the worst part of Gatorade, the worst part of the glass of milk, water, and you condense it, that's pee.
All the parts of the drink that your body doesn't like.
So you mix it all up with yourself?
Yeah, it's like a whole.
I'm gonna say Bell. On that one, yeah, because I feel like that's as good of an answer as any.
Yeah, it's a nice quick bell right there.
It is weird that like pee is, all you had it at one point, and then your body puts it together in a certain way. It's like, no way. It's like you put it in you one way, now you don't want it anymore.
Nick, you already got the bell,
I mean, same thing with poop. Same thing with poop.
Yeah.
The body's like, this is great for a while. Then it's like, nah, let's pack it up and make it into little shiny brown bread.
It's like the worst magic trick your body can do.
All right. So you have answered all 6 questions. Great job, Nick.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to decide whether or not you get $5 for appearing on the show. But before we do that, can you tell people out there where they can find you?
Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle of the Suez Canal right now. I don't know. You really got to keep your eye on this thing. These new Tesla barges don't really work right. Check out my podcast with the very funny Nick Turner.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Get Rich Nick podcast. Each week we tell you how you can make money, or watch us fail at it and then tell you what we did wrong.
Have you guys tried NTFs yet?
We did talk about NTFs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're pretty hilarious.
You should talk about NTFs with me sometime, because I'm actually selling an NTF of one of my New Yorker cartoons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. And it's actually the actual 24-hour bid starts today, because we got our first bid now, or it may be coming in, but someone already said they were doing the first bid. So that starts the 24-hour bid. So we're going to find out what happens.
What's the opening bid set at? What's the minimum?
The minimum bid is 0.5 ETH. Ethereum.
Are we does everyone know what's happening? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We're talking about crypto art, man.
We're talking about going online. We're talking about
crypto
friends.
art, man. This is a new era that we're in, huh?
I thought I was having a stroke. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That means I love you. That's from the Jetsons. All right. So let's figure out whether or not you get $5. We're going to canvass the room. First of all, let's start with Dave. What do you think? Should Nick get $5?
Yeah, I enjoyed Nick's appearance on the program. I liked some of his answers, which I can't remember at this point. So I'm going to vote yes.
That doesn't seem unusual.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben, what do you think? Should Nick get $5?
I think Nick should get the $5 because he gave us a new way to envision urine, and I think that's important. He gave us a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I think he envisioned urine in a way that's probably going to stick with me for a while. That's the best. That's the best. That's the key to great writing, if it embeds itself in your thinking.
Yeah, sticky urine. That's right.
And then
that's usually my only credit.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, what do you think? Should Nick get $5?
Well, he's not currently employed as a henchman, so I would say yes.
Oh, all right. That seems fair. All right. And let's ask our producer, Rebecca. Rebecca, what do you think? Should Nick get $5 for his appearance on the show?
Absolutely. And I think you should give it to Nick Turner.
Oh, wow. You think you should pass along? Is there a reason why? Is it just arbitrary?
It's a little arbitrary, but they work together, and Turner's going to need some dough pretty soon.
Okay.
I'm going to sue him.
We're getting deeper and deeper into this mystery.
That's cool. So essentially, you'll end up getting the $5, Rebecca.
All right. Well, thank you for your input and the beginning of a mystery novel. All right, Nick. We've had responses from everybody. What do you think? Should you get $5 for your appearance on the show?
I mean, you know what? If I did take the $5, I will donate it to a charity that goes towards unemployed henchmen. That, the pandemic's been very hard on henchmen this past year. Because you can't gather together. You can't take somebody out because you have to in 6 feet to take somebody out. It's been very hard on these henchmen. So I would pass the money along to them if that has any, I don't know, that weighs into the case.
To pass $5 along to the unemployed henchman.
I will split it evenly amongst all unemployed henchmen.
Am I saying this right? You can't hench right now. You just can't hench. Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully henching will, come back around, but it's still they're thinking about 7-8 months out till any real hench work.
All right. Well, I'm going to say no $5 just for this final bit. No $5. But I will say thank you so much for being on the show. You've been an excellent guest. Dave, what did you learn from this week's show?
So I guess on this episode, we basically established that the questions don't matter. You could ruin everything with the very last second bit.
I feel like that had been obvious before then, though. Like we've done on mini shows, it's happened that way.
I don't know. I feel like this was the first time, and it sets a precedent for the show going forward.
We'll see. All right. Everybody check us out at unseemlyquestions.com and at Six Unseemly on all social media.
Star Bands Audio, a podcast network.